morning and welcome back to the Team Van der Hallam YouTube channel. I am the Ginger One. It is early in the morning. I am walking Team Van der Dog. Can only mean one thing: cyclocross time. Today is the fourth round of the Eastern Cyclocross League over at Welling. Now the boys, they've finally got over their chest infections, so they're ready to race, and miraculously I didn't get it. Now I normally pick up chest infections like Pokemon cards, so I'm very happy to have got through this one. And given how well I went last week, I'm really looking forward to this. Let's go. So here we are at the event. Kids are warming up. The Welling Wheelers, they've added a great little addition to the under 12s course. Over here we've got a nice little hill that they have to go up, and a really good little fast off camber that they have to attempt for the under 12s. Under 10s, they've got a slightly easier course, which is perfect for them. That's excellent. So the under 10s and under 8s are getting gridded up. It's 8 and up first. Let's see how we go.
The start was on a really long straight. Daniel got off, so I had to get off as well.
That's it. Go on, Riri, go on. Slightly harder gear, let's go. Go on, you're looking great, Riri, let's go. Up, 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 up. That's it, gears, 18 gears. That's it, and now go. Perfect line, that's it. Go on, just jump off and just don't worry about other people. Just run, right? Go, Riri, go. All the way around the corner, when you jump. That's it. Go. Just get past him this time, and then you can do it, okay? Then you can ride it. That's it, easy gears.
This time I managed to ride this section because Daniel was behind me.
That's it. Well done, mate. Go, 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 go. Well done, Ruby. You're looking amazing.
This hill's easier than it looked because there's a downhill before it.
You're doing so well. That's it. Got a big drive down to the end. One more lap to go after this. Let's go. Great lines. Let's go. All the way. Brilliant cornering, Ruby. That's it. Go, go, go. Last big lap. Orlando.
The race was tough and I gave it my all.
Well done, mate. Great ride. Woo-hoo. Good ride, boys. Well done. Well, Ethan definitely gave it his all. That was brilliant racing. I thought his corners were amazing. That was it. I was so proud of you, Riri. Well done, mate. So that's the under 10s race done. Now it's the under 12s, and Jasper's going to be up next.
I was first off the line and bombed it down straight.
Let's go.
Raf was on my wheel, but I was good through this section.
Let's go. Let's go. Drive it all the way. Let's go. Excellent. Let's go.
After the first lap, I had a bit of a gap, but kept on pushing. I was gaining ground as the race went on.
Keep the pressure on.
The under 12s had an added section with a steep hill and a off camber. I had a big gap as I started to lap riders. I had enough of a gap to celebrate across the line.
Super pleased with that. How'd that go, Spree?
Great.
Yeah, enjoy that course?
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, the added bit for the under 12s, that was perfect, wasn't it? Yeah, there was a challenging off camber for you to go down. That hill looked punchy, but that was perfect. That was a really good challenge for the under 12s. Yeah, well done, mate. That was excellent.
Place to bronze medal under 12 boys, Edison Green.
Edison!
Good.
In second place for the silver medal under 12 boys, Raquel Ruston.
All right.
And the winner of the under 12 category, Elizabeth and Jeffrey, Dr. Hallam.
That's great.
You've been leading on the first day, haven't you? You've been climbing trees and
Okay, look this way. That was really, really good. That was perfect racing from everyone. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to my course and my race now. It's, yeah, I think it's perfect conditions. Yeah, the ground's just tacky, you know, grippy. Think it's going to be brilliant. Looking forward to it. So here we are rolling up to the grid. I got called up in 11th onto the second row, despite a good result last week. Oh well, shouldn't make too much of a difference. It's a long straight here. Decided to line up behind Daniel Priest because I know he's got a good start.
Riders, can we just take a little bit backwards, please? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now we're inside 30 seconds from the start. And I realised that Andy Green's still got his top on with his bottle in his back. Give him a shout. Quickly whips that off just in time. And now we can settle down and get ready for the start of this race. Here we go. Wait for that whistle. And we're off. Get clipped in pretty well there. And he's got a good start, so I'm going to go over to his wheel and then go for that gap. No, I'm going to go for the right round Craig Beckham. And we're through to second place. Can I make that? Pass on Neil Dunn. Round the outside. But no, Neil's got me covered there. As you can see from the water on the camera, it has been raining quite a bit and it is drizzling. Right, turn into this big hill now. First time up here. Let's see if we can put the power down. Well, there's still a gap there. Here we go, and we're into first place. Try and grab a quick bit of air after that big start onto this downhill and into quite a fast left-hander. It's pretty greasy, and I'll admit, in warm-up, I had a pretty big sit-down on the corner, which has kind of rattled me a bit, and I'm not trusting my wheels. I let a bit of air pressure out, but I'm a bit nervous with these greasy conditions. It was perfect for the boys' race, but now it's gradually getting worse with the rain. First rider past me is Mark Richards, and I got shoved right there by Arjun Planting as he's determined to get through. Now, he did go on to win the bike race, so fair play. Next past me is Chris Shearing. He's had a good start. Now starts the big long climb up to the top of the circuit. Next through, yeah, that's Neil done there. Oh, here comes Craig Beckham as well, following his wheel. We're dropping back pretty quickly now, feeling that start in my legs, regretting going for that big overtake in the on the first hill. There goes Andy Green. Any more for any more? Yeah, there's another one. There's Mark Powell. All the regulars are getting back into position. Now through this corner I get a reasonable run on Andy and think about trying a little cheeky overtake around the outside here. But Andy, no, he's got me covered there. Now this corner coming up down here is where I had my crash in warm-up. Don't know what happened, I just lost my front end, ended up in that tree. Coming down to a difficult off-camber. Oh, Craig Beckham's gone down and Chris Shearing's ended up hitting into his bike. Caught back up a little bit here, but that's brought everyone back, and watching someone else come down hasn't done anything for my confidence in my cornering. But there goes Andy Cockburn. And another one coming past. There's David Rose. Oh, there's a bit of pushing and shoving there as we go through all those gaps. Time to settle down now, boys. Get pushed a little wide there. But Peter Harding's made good use of that corner, and now I'm down to 11. So rather than the hurdles, we had this whole sequence of tight, twisty, technical wigglies. And as the range started to get worse through the race, these really got cut up quite badly. It just kind of ruined your rhythm a little bit as you had to flick-flack from one to the other. It was a very, very different technique compared to the rest of the course. And now we're on to the part of the course that the kids were riding. Now, from the side, this didn't look too bad, but actually, look at it, it's really off camera. I decided to take a wide line, try and carry some speed through it, which sort of worked, but I managed to mess it up later in the race. This was a lot more off camber than it actually looked in the race. It got really difficult as it got wetter. And then these corners, again, just placed nicely on a bit of an off camber. Again, much harder than it looked for the kids. I've got a lot of respect for all the kids and the way that they were riding those through these little whoops on the corner and real punchy uphill here. Again, much harder than it looked into the section that the under 12s were doing. Now I'm starting to struggle to hold Peter through all these corners. I'm really not trusting my tyres at all after my crash. I'm having a terrible first lap. This is possibly my worst sort of drop back away from the leaders that I've had all season. Oh, there goes another one right up my inside. That's Ollie Martin. Now, Ollie goes on to finish second, so it's a hell of a ride from there. Well, there's one more, two more. That's Dan Priest going up my inside as well. Nathan Risby had a good dive through. P14, what are we doing? I've lost all confidence in my tyres, and I have to have a serious word with myself now, because we can't drop back any further than this. So I've grabbed Daniel Priest's wheel, and I'm not going to let this go now. This is it. I've decided. I've got annoyed with myself. And oh, Daniel Priest has been attacked by the tape monster. He's got him in his claws, and I don't think we're going to see Dan for a while. And we've jumped about half a lap on. It's taken me this long to try and catch back up to that little group in front. But I've finally got my teeth back into this. I'm starting to trust my wheels again and starting to find my feet. Here I am. I'm going to sneak up at the inside of Chris Harding there. Next up, we've got David Rose. Oh, there's a nice little gap up the inside. Let's go. Right, now we're moving in the right direction. However, David Rose is not having any of it. He's straight back past me at the first time I've asked him. Well, there's my gap back round David Rose, and we're on to Chris Shearing now. Gonna have a little look round the outside into the hill, carry some momentum, and whoa, round we go. Okay, back into the top 10. Next up, I can see Nathan Risby in the distance. I'm going to hook my line into that image and try and pull him back onto the next big hill, and we are closing him down. We've finally got our legs back underneath us again after that terrible first couple of laps. Catching up to the first of the vet 70s, that's Terry Worley. And you can see here I've managed to get a bit of a gap to the guys behind me, but I've had to work pretty hard to do so. We're going past Tony Worley there. You can see from the camera just how much rain is now starting to fall. This is Dominic Brasted. Now as the rain kept on coming on and off, the ground got trickier and trickier to judge just how much grip you actually had. We sneak past Bob Parry. up to Will Tate. He did a lovely job of letting me up the inside there. Coming along the top here. Oh, there's David Rose. He's got back up to me and got back past me. Now, I must say, at this point, I was really starting to feel my back kicking in. I don't know whether I jarred it when I crashed or if just with the feeling really tense, I was doing something differently with my riding. Because, oh, there's Chris Shearing again. They both got back up to me and I'm starting to suffer a bit. I had to go really deep to kind of get the gap in the first place, and I'm not feeling 100%. I'm not feeling like I did the week before. I'm determined to try and get into the top 10 again, so I'm going to kick on here and try and get past Chris, get onto the wheel of David. Here's Ethan giving me a good bit of B-roll from the side, and I'm looking out of each of these corners. I feel like I'm getting some good acceleration, using a nice small gear to get whipping out of these tricky off-camber 180s. And this time, oh, there's my inside line, and we're back up into P9. Just catching Bob Parry here at a difficult point. Had to slow down a little bit on that corner. Then coming round up to Will Tate. And we're holding them off at the moment, but I'm having to work incredibly hard to do so. And yeah, there we go again. The racing's back on. Oh, just about make that off camber. It's getting really slippy. Nick Rush does a lovely job of just slowing up to allow us through. And we've got 2 laps to go. The rain's getting worse. And right now, my back waves a little white flag and my legs just drop out from underneath me. I have no power left. And if you look here, David's just vanished up the road. Onto the big long climb. He's got a huge gap. Chris, I know, is on my wheel and he's looking at him going up the road there, and yeah, there he goes. He comes straight past me. And he goes chasing after David. And I ask my legs to just dig in deep, and they've got nothing. They've got nothing to push against. My back is in pieces. If I looked at my heart rate trace at the end, and in these last 2 laps, I mean, my heart rate was down 10 beats. I just couldn't push. My legs just would not go because my back was in ribbons. Pop in there past David Taplin. And catching Harry Moore at a difficult point, but he's lovely and just lets me pop past. Catching up to Anthony Reid here. And I'm yelling that I'm going to come on his left, but in the heat of the battle it's hard to remember your lefts and rights at times. Anyway, all's fair, and yeah, we got past in the end. Coming around to take the bell, as you can see, David and Chris are just disappeared. They're nowhere in sight. I am falling apart and just praying for this to end. I can't put any power down with my legs. My back was the problem, and I must say I'm nearly a week on now and I'm still sore. Catching up with some vet 40s here. It's Luca Tatamente. Oh, and there's Terry Worley again. Good old lad. He's doing really well getting around on this. This is a horrible course. And coming to the end of the torture is Paul Lyons, one of my customers from the shop. He lets me up the inside. And then given how I'm feeling, to be honest, I'm not really even going to try and push past Martin Archer here. I can't really go any quicker anyway. I'm all over the place by this point. Just looking forward to it ending. P11, what can I say? Not the result I was hoping for. I think the combination of that crash and warm up and I just did not have the legs at all. But really, it was my core, it was my back. I've got some work to do if I'm going to, because conditions like this are only going to continue as the winter wears on. And you can see from the times there. I mean, I lost nearly 50 seconds to Chris and David in just the last 2 laps alone. Just shows you how badly I fell off a cliff. Now, the times that the course judges gave, I mean, they do an amazing job because they've got to shout out the numbers as we cross the line. And that first lap, there's a lot of us crossing in one go. So my first lap, I just looked at the times on the recording and I definitely wasn't quite as slow as that on the first lap, which is why my second lap looks like I did a stunner. But in actual fact, really, I did more of an equal lap split on each of those. It was a 7:34 and 7:34. So yeah, I was pretty consistent through the first 4 laps. But then, yeah, look at those last 2 laps. That's just shocking. We can't have that. Well, that was a good day out. It was the weather kind of definitely pulled in for my race. That was really starting to drizzle a lot and get very muddy towards the end there. But it was nice and dry for the boys. Ethan, what do you think of your race? What was your favourite part?
My favourite part was where there was 3 dips and 1 big one, and at the end into quite a big hill. That was my favourite bit.
Oh, you rode that really, really well. I thought your cornering was brilliant this week. You really worked on that hard. And Jasper, what do you think of the under-12s course?
Yeah, it definitely was improved quite a bit. It's just that little bit extra to get us ready to step up into the under-14s.
Oh, awesome. Well, there's a bit of a gap now for a couple of weeks till the next Eastern Cross, so we might go and explore some of the other leagues, we'll take you on the journey. So until then, we are Team Van der Hallam. Have a great ride.